Welcome back to a new video here at Life with the Bridges. If you missed our last video, we started the celebrations early for our little boy's 3rd birthday by having a small joint party with some of his family, which was an absolute blast, and myself and Katie had a whole lot of birthday prep to do, ready for Teddy's big day in the morning, and also the incredible adventure that we were about to go on. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to continue to follow our journey, as it's completely free. But for now, buckle up, as you're about to share one incredible memory with us as the Bridge family and our son Teddy Bridge on his 3rd birthday. Let the good times roll.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Teddy. Happy birthday to you.
You're in the jump.
Oh my god, you're so funny! Ted, it's your birthday!
How old are you today? 3.
Yay!
Oh, happy birthday.
And how old are you?
3.
What?
Look at that.
Come on then, Squid.
Lots of presents.
Wow!
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's number 3 on top. Shall I open them? Yeah, we'll just have some salt. This is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. A dinosaur.
Wow, it's a big boy bottle.
Biggie. A rhino. I can see something squishy at the bottom. A cow. Movie. Wow. That's a big squishy cow. I knocked the cow over.
Do you want me to stick some juice in your new special bottle?
No, thank you. Okay, shall we open it? It's a puzzle.
Oh!
A new puzzle.
New puzzle? What's on your puzzle?
Dinosaur.
Wow, so that's a giant floor puzzle, that one. What's in there?
What's in there, Teddy B?
Animal. It's a fox. Wow. A wild boar. It looks like a pig. A rabbit. That's a big thing, that is. I don't know what that one is.
That's called a badger.
It's a badger.
It's an owl. It's a hedgehog. A squirrel. Shall we open this one now? I guess there will be no animals in here. I got these ones, and maybe they can fit in my bed. They probably can.
What's inside?
Because we have a look. An elephant! It's a big elephant! I can see some of its feet. Oh, it's a lion! A lion, Daddy!
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Can you do me a big thumbs up with your lion?
And horse! Nay, nay, he! Nay, nay, he! Nay, Look! It's insects! Yuck!
To sum up Teddy's excitement in a few words, a lot being the same might add, it was certainly, most definitely,
Animals! 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 A zebra, a camel, an alligator, a leopard, a tiger, an octopus, a giraffe. Colouring! Animal colouring! Look! It's animal painting!
wow. But most importantly, we needed somewhere to house all of Teddy's new friends so he could take them everywhere he goes, like he always does. But now they have their very own transport. It's like a new age Noah's Ark.
It's an animal bag, so you could put all your animal toys in there.
Lion, wild boar, squirrel, fox, Hedgehog.
With him spending the next 20 minutes organising his new bag with all of his new animals, we were ready to embark on his birthday adventure in T-minus 50 minutes, so I quickly knocked up some breakfast for the gang and then we were off on a whirlwind adventure. And ladies and gentlemen, we were staying in the Safari Hotel here at Chessington Worlds of Adventure and we could not wait. We were even greeted by a flipping seagull. How posh is this place? With Katie looking for a hunk of a husband who happened to be stood right behind her filming, we made tracks for the hotel to have a look around. Pigeon? Is that part of the safari? Hopefully not. Welcome to Britain's wildest adventure. And my goodness, were we ready for a wild adventure, alright. We had a 3-year-old charged full of energy, a 34-year-old male with a maturity age of about 12, and a lovely 34-year-old mummy who was going to look after us both on this wild adventure. Due to our hotel check-in time not being until 3 o'clock, we had the whole afternoon exploring and having fun in the park. So first on the agenda was the penguins. We thought we'd settle Teddy into this experience with some animals first, as if you watched our recent video to Disneyland Paris, let's just say he wasn't a big fan of the rides, so Operation Gain His Confidence had begun. We left the penguins behind scratching his own tummy and we went in search for something that was going to break him in gently. Room on the broom. Absolutely perfect. We entered with full confidence and took him on the magical adventure around this storybook in real life. Waved at all the animals, quickly bypassed the dragon as that was a bit scary for Ted and I, and successfully made it out the other side. No tears, no skiddy pants, and another few notches under Teddy's confidence belt, which we thought we would celebrate that great success with, you guessed it, some animals, the Trail of the Kings. There was gorillas who made a very swift exit on our arrival, which I tried not to take personally, a lynx parading its habitat as if it was on a catwalk, if you pardon the pun, and even some of Teddy's personal favourite, a good old lion, who was just about to settle down for a nap. Bit jealous if I'm honest, but with his animal quota slowly being topped up and Teddy's enjoyment level about to burst, we thought it was a good time to attempt our first ride, an animal themed carousel. Perfect. With riding a tiger round in a circle about 10 times seeming to do the trick, we topped him up with some food and carried on exploring the park for our next ride, which was a slight step up from a carousel, as this was going to be Teddy's first water ride and could go down about as well as a chocolate teapot, but we gave it a go and it was one of Teddy's favourite books, The Gruffalo. We got in the queue, prepared ourselves for an absolute failure and aboarded the circular vessel, ready to float around the lazy river, reassuring our child the whole way that the Gruffalo wasn't actually going to eat him. He actually was a nice big furry monster. All was going really well and we meandered through the forest, keeping an eye out for all the animals. He seemed to be really enjoying it, and even when the Gruffalo finally did make an appearance, Teddy wasn't fazed. Maybe he'd turned a corner and he was going to find enjoyment in these rides after all. It was all going so well until the ride broke down on us. The lights came on and we were stuck. We waited and waited some more. We even come up with our own song whilst we waited. Until finally the problem was fixed and we were off up the big ramp ready for the big drop, where there was a high possibility of us getting wet and ruining this whole experience, but we had no choice. We were poised and ready. And somehow, Teddy took it like an absolute champ, and that was another very successful ride completed, apart from the minor issue of it breaking down. With the Gruffalo ride complete, we watched some people get gobbled up by an alligator, and whilst we all had soggy undergarments from the last ride, we continued on the water theme and Kate queued up for the log flume. I've got a horrible feeling they're going to get soaked here, and Teddy's not going to be very happy about it, but he said he wants to go on it, so on he goes. With it only being a two-seater ride, I adopted the role of chief pram holder, knowing in the depths of me this wasn't going to go down well with our boy. But life's for living, right? So they made their way up to the waterfall of doom, and just as expected, he bloody hated it. Every single second. Brilliant. Absolutely flipping hated it. Poor boy, I thought that was going to be the case, but we needed a shower anyway because very hot and sweaty today, so that's bath done. How's this reaction going to be? 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Mummy dried her bottom off by sitting on the lap of this smoking hot gorilla, and then we found a little treetop trail for Teddy to blow off some steam. It's funny what makes a child upset or scared. A little bit of cold water, absolute meltdown, but walking over a bit of woven material about 20 metres up, not an issue in the slightest. It's just me with the quivering knees, but of course, not just one of us needed to go on it with him. He was so proud of his bravery that we both had to experience it and take turns. He even managed to find a red slide they both came bundling down. Then they squeezed through a mouse-sized tube, and then finally we left the treetop trail behind us and went in search for another ride. A Jeep safari ride, and Katie's bottom had dried out as well. Bloody perfect. We boarded our Jeep, ready for the safari. Teddy jumped in the pilot seat, ordered us to put all of his animals in the passenger seat, and we were off, in search of 5 animals. There was a toucan, a panther which I missed as I was too busy enjoying myself, an elephant, a snake, and lastly an orangutan. Then if luck would have it, once again, the ride broke down. So after waiting, unsure what on earth was happening, we gathered Teddy's animals and had to do the rest of the safari on foot. Brilliant. But that wasn't an issue, as we knew we had the Sea Life Centre up next. Whenever we go into a Sea Life Centre, it always takes me back to one of our first ever experiences that we were allowed to take Teddy out of the hospital during his treatment at Great Ormond Street during his fight against cancer. On one hand, we were so excited for that small glimpse of normality amongst the dark and hellish journey that we were going through, but on the other hand, that feeling of being petrified of the risk of infection that comes with exposing our little boy to the outside world and the safety of the 4 walls of a hospital. What should have been such an amazing experience with our child was unfortunately tarnished with an overwhelming fear of the unknown and what was to come. Whereas now, we're able to walk into experiences like this with unimaginable pride and confidence that hopefully these times are behind us forever and we can actually enjoy these experiences without the underlying worry, and it truly means the absolute world. We are fully aware that not all cancer stories are positive, and a lot of them don't end well, especially with childhood cancer. But let me tell you that not a day goes past where something in our current life reminds us of the trauma of the past and all that our boy went through and we went through as a family. But to still have him with us today against all odds makes us the 3 luckiest people that walk this earth today. As for many other people, the story is very different, and it guts me to the depths of my stomach that this is the case. We try not to get wrapped up too much in the cancer world and the damage of the past, because actually somehow we've been lucky enough to have now, and I still can't compute whether this is just luck or simply the path that was already written for us. But whatever the reason, my goodness are we thankful beyond words, and will never, I repeat never, take this for granted, as this little boy is our world and our everything, and simply couldn't even begin to imagine a life without him. So yes, we are proving that there is life after cancer for children, but never want to lose sight of how grateful and lucky we are that we are in this position, which forever ingrains our mantra of living for today, as tomorrow is never promised. As ladies and gentlemen, it's true. Our journey has taught us an unimaginable amount as parents, but one of the biggest things we've taken away from it and are forever grateful for is the importance of spending time with the people you care about, doing things that you actually want to do, removing the things from your life that you may have done to simply be polite, and making the most of the time that we are blessed with. And for us, that's simply being together as a family and giving our boy as much time together as possible, as that is when he is most content. We try to park the everyday worries that we all have, like work and finances, and fill our time with memories with each other, as that seems to make those everyday worries feel a lot less daunting and, more to the point, not actually matter, as today we have now, and tomorrow, well, that's tomorrow's problem. We can deal with that then. But now is the only ever opportunity to have that now. So ladies and gentlemen, have a think about how you spend your now, as you never know how long that now will last.
So that is where we're staying. One of those windows up there will be our hotel room overlooking the Waiama. How cool's that? Teddy! There's my son. Over there. There's my wife. going after said son, whilst I'm still at the treehouse. Way to not parent, chaps. Best to go and find my son somewhere on the savannah. Probably riding a zebra, to be honest. Here they come. We have located our son. He is safe and not riding a zebra. And then we see a wild mother disappearing off into the bush. It's honestly like somebody's charged up my son to full batteries. You're knackered. I've seen some balls in my life, but look at the size of this one. Teddy, look at that ball! Flipping hell! Look at the size of his horns! What on earth is that? He must get stuck in every doorway he goes through. So that is us done at Chessington World of Adventures for today, or for now should I say, and we are heading to the Chessington Safari Hotel for our overnight stay, and we are going to have a well-deserved drink and chill because we are exhausted.
I say we, I actually mean Kate and I, because for some reason Teddy had energy for days and these poor animals felt the wrath of it.
I can see.
With Teddy still expending more energy, which I'm not sure where he was storing, we finally sat down for a nice drink overlooking the animals whilst Teddy played with some of his toys he got for his birthday, and then it was finally time to check into our hotel room, which we couldn't wait for.
Wow. Welcome to the giraffe room. This is incredible. Bag of Teddy presents. Here's my bag. Kate's bag. And now for the rest of the stuff. But check out this room. It's incredible. You've got Teddy's little room. Double bunk bed. First time in a double bunk bed. That'll be a challenge. Bathroom. And look at that. How incredible. He's going to love this. With a view of all the animals. Incredible. We're going to let Teddy just chill for an hour because he has been running around like a headless chicken, and also he's probably exhausted. So it is now 3 o'clock. We did have swimming booked for 4, but we're just going to see what energy he's got. If he wants to go, then we'll take him. If not, we'll bypass it. And then we've got our dinner reservation at 6 o'clock tonight. So lots to look forward to, but for now I'm going to go and grab Kate and Teddy, who are still chilling, having a drink. Yeah, go and get a few more bags. We'll catch you in a little bit.
I went down the giraffe lift to find this one little exhausted cub who was in his absolute element, but it was time to show Teddy where he was going to be staying for his birthday.
Is this our bedroom?
It's your bedroom. It's your big bed. Look at the giraffe up in the window. Hey, you're going to bed? How cosy. Big boy bed. Come and look at the rest.
Wow.
Go and see where Mummy and Daddy's bed and look out the window.
Wow! I want to see out window and see some horses.
You see all your animals out there? How lucky are we? Look, there's a giraffe there. There's a giraffe there. There's a giraffe there. There.
It's fair to say I think he loved it, but we had a little treasure trail to do.
Okay, Teddy, how many steps are on the bunk of your bed ladder?
How many giraffe heads are behind the main door?
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. How many giraffes are in the bathroom?
1, 2.
That's a reflection, Ted.
How many legs do they have?
4. So 3, 7, 1, 4. Let's see if this works. 3, 7, 1, 4. Hashtag. Ready to see the treasure? Teddy!
Our little giraffe-themed treasure trail had led us to the safe, which was full of amazing gifts for Teddy. How incredible.
Giraffe!
Oh my goodness, we found the treasure!
Wow!
This one.
Okay, pass me
How cool is that? Bloody incredible. Add to his bed of animals. Look at this view from our window. If we sort of bypass the bird poo and look through the glass, you've got giraffes, zebras. What else have we got? Some sort of antelope-y thing. Ostrich, geese, pigeon. All from the comfort of our own room.
Whoa!
Whilst Teddy was chilling on the bed after his bath, I took the time just to stop and take in what was actually happening right now and absorb as much of it as possible. Times like these can just slip away in the mix of being a parent and having endless jobs to do, but taking the time to just slow down, take it all in, helps me capture it all and appreciate these special times as much as I possibly can. With us all showered and ready for our dinner, even though we were all knackered, the mood was really high and Teddy was giving us one of his new dance shows before we headed downstairs. With his breakdancing done, it was time to head to the bar for a drink before dinner. And going back in time, when I individually wrapped all of Teddy's animals, there was method to this madness, which is all part of the plan to give to Teddy to keep him happy and occupied in this exact moment, so we could finally enjoy some chill time. And it worked an absolute treat. 10 parent points to us. With 18 new members of the family added, he popped them all in the comfort of their new home on wheels and dragged them through the bar, down the lobby and into the restaurant, ready to come to have their first dinner with us. We sat and had a lovely meal all together overlooking the animals grazing, which was really special. And then it was a race back to the hotel room because we were all overfed and bloody knackered, and if there wasn't a big fat hippo staying on this reserve, then there flipping was now, and he was staying in room 267, and with the sun finally setting, that put us an end to a truly magical day and one we'll remember for a lifetime.
Morning!
With all the animals awake and this hippo finally deflated, it was time to hit up the breakfast buffet. With my waistband back at full stretch again, Teddy had a quick play in the arcade and then it was back to the room to sadly pack up all of our stuff.
So we have just checked out of the Safari Hotel here at Chessington Adventure, and we actually have a second morning here in Chessington, so we're going to go and continue on where we left off yesterday. We'll fall to the brim with breakfast, apart from Teddy because he didn't do anything but scatter Cocoa Pops and watermelon all over the table, but life of a 3-year-old now. Life of a 3-year-old. Can't believe it, I've got a 3-nager. But let's go and attack another day at Chessington World of Adventures.
As we were returning back into the park for the second day, we left it all up to Teddy and asked him what he wanted to go on. And first up was the Gruffalo again.
Next up, Flying Dumbo. That was good, wasn't it? No eyes covered or anything. I think we're getting the roller coaster adrenaline junkie. On to the next one. We're on the mega truck. Oh, this is just insane. The adrenaline is pumping, the spirits are high. What a time to be alive. 3 out of 3 rides so far, and he's loved all of them. We are on a roll. So up next, we've got the Treetop Bouncer. I'm not sure Ted's going to like it. He's enjoying it. Oh my goodness, he's got his hands up. He is an absolute adrenaline junkie. 4 out of 4, nailed it. Next up, the Wavy Boats. And if the truth be told, we bottled this yesterday because we thought it'd be too fast for Teddy. But today we're going for it because we're on a 5-ride roll. Let's hit the waves. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to lose my son. Oh my goodness, I'm going to wet myself and my son's going to fly off into the world. You're going to see my breakfast. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. But he's still got Teddy. I think he's flown off into a different theme park. He's actually laughing. Oh my goodness. I had no intention of filming this whole thing. I can't let go of anything, including my dignity. Oh, look at him go. He's having a whale of a time. This is the worst idea in the world. Teddy, you crazy maniac. Ted, is that good? Again? No chance of getting on that again. I've only got 1 pair of pants. Next up, the barrel bailout.
This ride made me want to throw up the contents of my buffet breakfast, which if anyone was wondering was 4 sausages, 2 bits of bacon, 2 bits of toast, a handful of beans and 3 hash browns. Oh, and a mouthful of watermelon that Teddy shoved in my face. What a fat pig. Whereas Teddy, on the other hand, enjoyed every second.
That one was bloody awful. Who on earth comes up with these rides? Anyway, on to another spinny boat. Fantastic. We've decided we're going to go on one of the big rides.
Daddy and Mummy are going to go on a big ride.
So we're taking turns to look after Ted. And we're going to wait for Kate to come flying round here. Shit in her knickers is what we're looking out for. So hope you all enjoy the next clip. I've literally got about 10 videos of that thing going past and I haven't got a clue if Kate's on any of it because it goes past so fast. Every time I wave, I think I'm gaining new friends by the minute. Turns out she survived the vampire and now it's my turn. Not as good as my onion. Well, this is a bit unnecessarily scary, isn't it? What I want to do is go on my first roller coaster. It's trying to make me mess my pants, which I'm not okay with. Anywho, onto the vampire we go.
With 2 pairs of soiled pants, it was back to Teddy-size rides, with the Jeep Safari, and then finished off by going in search for the tiger, as that was one animal that we didn't get to see yesterday, and we found her. Job done.
So that is us done here all at Chesterton World of Adventures. We have just had such a blast over the last day and a half. We stayed obviously in the Safari Hotel, which was just absolutely amazing, and we want to say a huge thank you to the Cancer and Children Fund who have supplied us with this trip. We're forever grateful for all they give us and help us with. Yeah, we've had a blast. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. A huge thank you to our Life with the Bridges family members, and remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. What a way to mark a 3rd birthday milestone for our boy. We'll catch you in the next one, chaps.